Hi guys, welcome to Short Nail Life. So in today's video, we're starting off with the nail tips I already applied, and I'm doing that inverted look today, and I did it in a different way than the half smile line or whatever it's called. Yeah, I wanted to try that trend, but I knew I didn't like that look. I'm sorry to everybody that loves it. I don't like it. So I decided I wanted to try a different look because I've seen so many awesome patterns um with that technique. So that's what I decided to try today. But I'm gonna just go ahead and say I did not like it. But it's me, it's not really the design. I don't like the design at all. But I really would like to play with it more on the practice hand. But it was some issues, and I'll tell you about them when we get to them. But for right now, I have already prepped and primed my nails, which is what you're seeing. And now I'm just going to apply the rubber base gel. And I have questions. If anybody is watching this video and you've seen my hauls or you've seen some of the products I use, because I know 11/11 is coming up soon. If you have questions, like you want recommendations or anything, let me know so I can tell you guys my opinion on that, or anything if you want to know my opinion, because I don't really have a lot of gels, but I can tell you I recommend the LGN Pro because I get no heat spikes. I don't know if it's just me. If my nail is damaged, I do get a heat spike, but that's because I know my nail is damaged. But I don't get heat spikes from her products. With the Young Nail system though, I do get heat spikes. So I would say be aware of that if you want to buy it. But I do like the product. I love the color. Like, that's my favorite color. The concealer pink is my favorite to build my nails in. So yeah, if you were curious about the products that I use and you wanted like an honest opinion, since I've had them for a year, and if I have used them at all, because some of them I don't use, just let me know and I'll tell you guys in the description, in the comment section down below. I'll even tell you about Venalisa. I like the product, but when you go for the regular line, the consistency I don't like. I like the jelly line. I always recommend the jelly. But the regular line can be inconsistent with the colors. So you have to stir it up, as long as you're fine with it stirring up, because that can put bubbles in the product. Um yeah, as long as you're fine with stirring it up, it's okay. I wouldn't complain about it. It is a little bit looser, and I don't feel like it's easy for a beginner, but their jelly line is more stiff and I feel like easy for a beginner. And I'm sorry I rambled through all of that, but I did file and shape my nails off camera, and so I'm going to put base coat on all of the nails. So I'm going to just jump back into the video. But yeah, questions, leave them down in the comment section down below. So I do want to say I do get off frame in a lot of this video, which is why it's so short. I had to cut out a lot because it kind of didn't make sense the way I was doing. Because like I said, this was something I was not really too sure about, so I kept bringing it to my face and not even really paying attention to the fact I'm off camera. But I'm using my Madam Glam's Behind the Scene and Aqua Blue, and I use these colors because as you can see, they're one coat coverage. I didn't need to do a second coat, and as you can probably tell, I did do other colors before I went in with this. But the problems with the first colors I used, which was a solid cream gel, which is what I actually would recommend to use, mine weren't pigmented, so I would have to do 2 coats for each one, if that makes sense. And so I was unsure if I could make the second coat perfectly match up with the first coat, if that makes sense, on the second part. It kind of it's confusing, but I think if you think about what I'm talking about, it might make sense. But yeah, it would be hard for me to line up the lines or even know where those lines were if I had to do 2 coats on the second part. So I was trying to find something pigmented, which is why I used the Madam Glam. And all I'm doing is just blending those products together, and then I put this on top as soon as I cure it, the bottom layer, which is already cured, and I'm just painting my nails like regular. So I hope all of what I just said makes sense. I use Madam Glam basically because it's pigmented. So what I'm doing right now is I put some, I can't remember if this acetone or alcohol, but they both should work. I put that on the brush, and then I'm just making lines in the nails to create that design, that inverted look. It's the same if you were to do the smile line, you would just remove some of the product. So the problem with the polish is that it moved faster than I expected. So none of my lines are clean. And I think that's the reason why I hate it so much, because I really would like a clean look, but I would need something more along the lines of like a solid cream gel. So I wouldn't know what to use basically with this look, because mine isn't as pigmented as I thought. I do have some solid cream gels, but they're not pigmented on the first coat. I would need 2 coats for each one. So yeah, this is cute. It's not my favorite, but yeah, it's not my style. I want to play with this. Like I think I told you guys earlier, I want to play with this and do more designs with this, because I feel like there's a ton I could do with this, but I need to find some alternatives. And if you watch Tabitha Scott, she does some inverted looks with buttercreams from, I can't remember the name. You guys know the brand if you watch her. Light Elegance, that's the name of the brand. So I would have to find some dupes to those buttercreams to make this work, which is why I thought solid cream gels would work, to be honest, but they didn't. So yeah, this is how they turned out. I'm going to put some cuticle oil on right here, and this is how they look. Again, they're not perfect, but I tried, and I'm sorry for all the jump cuts or if you feel like you missed some information, but I really did keep taking my hand out of frame, unfortunately. But thank you guys for joining me. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I do new videos every Tuesday and Friday. I want you guys to have an amazing day. Bye.